G'day viewers. Well, normal humans may not know this, but computer game geeks have been excited for a little while now about the impending release of a game called Spore, made by one of the legendary game creators, specifically in the simulation mode, Will Wright. Now, as I understand it, and I could be a little off, Spore lets you create your own life forms, and then they develop civilizations spread across planets, go to the cosmos. There's an online element where you can go to planets created by other people, making it effectively an infinite game, which is a pretty awesome possibility. And of course, you get to create your own life. You're only limited by your imagination. So guess what happened within the first 2 weeks of some demo versions of the software being released? Yes, we have the fast-growing field of spornography, or sporn. If you can't guess what that is, you clearly don't hang around male computer geeks enough. But yes, as soon as you gave people the opportunity to create their own life in whatever form they wanted, they found ways to simulate sex with these life forms. The game maker is trying to ban these, saying anyone who does it in the online version will have their accounts cancelled, and they're trying to have videos taken down. So even if you can find some Spawn on YouTube, it probably won't be there for long. If you're looking for this, I'm going to help you. I was going to call you sick, but curiosity. You've got to admit the curiosity factor is there. I'm providing a link in the usual place to someone who compiled a bunch of them and really thoughtfully put them in categories like the following. First, there's the obvious, actual sex. People trying to simulate sex or portray reasonably believable sex between spore creatures. You go, guys. The second big subcategory is large, living, moving penises. And there is a disturbing array of these ones, let me tell you. Then we have the spore creatures with extremely large penises. And there's quite a few of those, possibly an example of wish fulfillment on the part of the creators. And speaking of wish fulfillment, there are many examples of what the creator clearly thought was hot, desirable female form, which gives you a really disturbing insight into their minds, I must say. And there is even that age-old horror of the internet, goatsy. If you don't know what that is, don't look it up. Preserve that bit of your innocence. To give you a bit more hint, I haven't seen any 2 girls, 1 cup of spore videos, but I'm sure someone is in the process of trying to recreate that as well. Thank you, humanity. I hadn't already lost all faith in you. Now I have. Now, of course, I'm always looking for positives. Shut up. Yes, I am. And I see a big positive in this. Namely, for people who are always paranoid that something like the Terminator Skynet thing would actually happen and killer robots would go around taking us all out. Never going to happen. You know why? I'm glad you asked, and I'll tell you why. The geeks responsible for building the killer robots are going to get distracted, and instead of fitting them with bigger weapons, they'll fit them with bigger weapons, if you know what I mean, and then try and create female robots and make them male and female robots have sex, which is really disturbing to think about. But at least the killer robots won't take over the world. You've always got to look for the upside, people.